Hey gardeners, Katie here, growing in Kansas Zone 6B, and today is a seed starting frenzy. Spring is coming whether I am ready or not, so today I'm going to start a bunch of vegetables and flowers. So come on dude, let's grow. New season, new gloves! Okay, I don't know about you in your area, but here in Kansas Zone 6B, Mother Nature is unhinged. We have crazy warm winter weather right now. It is like, okay, today's February 15th, and it is like 65 degrees outside. The next 3 days, I think it's gonna be in the 70s, and then maybe dip into some 40s, but maintain some 60s. Oh, what? I have daffodils and tulips and garlic sprouting outside. They're all confused. So spring is coming. I'm not ready. Nobody's ready. Mother Nature is ready. So I need to get some stuff started. I'm going to be starting leeks, celery, chamomile. I'm going to start some lettuce indoors. That's the vegetables and herbs. And flowers, bells of Ireland, columbine, larkspur, lavender, snapdragons. And then because I'm freaking out a little bit about the weather, I am pulling an audible. I'm adding some things. I do this every year. Don't know how to say this. Salpiglossus? That's how I say it. Beautiful. Wasn't planning on growing them, but look at that. How can you not? We're gonna start those. Status. Wasn't planning on starting those for a little while, but the weather's crazy, so I'm gonna do it. Stock, same thing. Sweet peas, same thing. Today I'm also starting my ranunculus and anemones. So the plan is I want to start the anemones and ranunculus soaking in these jars. Then I need to get some soil ready. Then we're gonna make some soil blocks. I'm gonna do some soil blocks, some trays, which I got these new trays. I'm super excited. I'm gonna be using a little mix between soil blocks and trays. So, dude, let's grow. Okay, first thing I wanna do is get the anemones and ranunculus soaking because I don't know if you know, but when they come to you, they are like these dried up little funky. This is a ranunculus. This is an anemone. They're dry and they look dead. They're not, but they look dead. So you soak them in water for roughly 3 to 4 hours. So I want to get these soaking while I start the soil and seeds for the other plants. So I have 8 bags, 4 ranunculus, 4 anemones, 4 different colors of each. So a total of 8 different colors. I've already cut all the labels off of the bags. Now I just need to put them in the individual little containers that I'm going to be soaking them in. And then what I do with the labels, since I've cut them off, is I just tape them to the side so I don't have to worry about making labels. See? Easy peasy. Times 8. There are 25 each, times 8. There are 200 ranunculus and anemones. I'm so excited. Now all I have to do is add water, put them to the side, and we can do other things. Oh, I didn't mean that, I meant this. Sorry. Okay, I'll let these set for about an hour. I'll switch out the water, let them set for another hour, switch out the water, etc. until they've sat for 3 to 4 hours. And they will plump up like you wouldn't believe. I'll show you when we're done. But now let's get some soil ready for the soil blocks and the trays. I don't know about you, but I freaking love new gloves. It's gone. This is what I have in my trays. Much, much better. Okay, first up, I think we will use the soil block. And the first thing I'm gonna do is snapdragons. I have 3 different kinds. A white snowflake, Defiance red. I have never grown the red before, I'm super excited. Apple blossom, absolutely gorgeous. These are surface sown, which means they do not want to be covered by soil. They need the light to germinate. They are also a cool flower, so I will not be putting these on any kind of heat mat. I'm just going to surface sow them into the soil block, put them under the light, and let them go. The seeds are tiny. Snapdragons don't mind being planted closely together, so I'm not too worried about how many I put in each cell. I'm actually going for 2 or 3 in each cell, just in case some of them don't germinate. You don't have to use a toothpick. You can sprinkle them in if you'd like, but I just like doing the toothpick method. Now I'm going to do the other 2 trays with the apple blossom and the white. Okay, next up, stock. This year I'm growing the Cats formula. It's a mix, so it's just random colors. These seeds are quite a bit bigger than the Snapdragon seeds, so this ought to be a lot easier. So let's go. Stalk likes to be covered by about 1/4 of an inch, so I just go through after I've placed them and barely cover them up. Last thing for the soil blocks are status. I have a pastel mix and a bold mix, so I'm going to split a tray of those. And then the other tray, I'm gonna do half celery, so there'll be 20 blocks of celery. And then I'm gonna split 20, so 10 and 10 of the 2 lettuces. These are just gonna grow indoors for us to eat. Okay, these are the same as the stalk, 1/4 of an inch deep, so I'll just put them on there and then cover them up lightly. Celery seeds are tiny. Okay, that's it for the soil blocks. Let's move on to the trays. So each of these are a little bit different. The 2 different columbines I'm going to put in the tray. Also the larkspur. And then these 2 I'm going to put in the fridge for a couple of weeks to cold stratify them. The one I don't know how to say, Salpiglossus, I don't know. I'm going to sow some seeds. These are old seeds. I have no idea if they're going to germinate or not. So I'm just going to put them in this little tray, close the lid. They want darkness to germinate. So I'm going to put them over there on my heat mat in darkness. Lavender is going to be the same thing. This seed packet's old, this one's new, so I'm just going to sprinkle a bunch in this tray, put them in the fridge as well, get a little cold stratification for them. And then the chamomile, I'm just going to, these seeds are the tiniest seeds ever. I'm just going to put this in this old little strawberry container, and let's see, I think I'm just going to put it under the light. No, I lied. I am going to put these in the fridge too. It does say cold stratify. So I'm going to put these in the fridge as well. So these will be a lot easier than the soil blocks because I'm just going to kind of sprinkle them in. Don't forget labels. I like using this painter's tape because it comes off really easily when you're done. And a garden marker, if you don't have one, get one. This marker does not fade or come off, ever. It's like permanent. Get one. These are older seeds as well, so I'm just going nuts just in case germination is bad. I love columbine. It's beautiful. These are mostly going to be for my landscape, but you never know. Maybe I'll cut on them for bouquets. I have some lavender in my landscape, but I don't think you can have too much. I want fields and fields and rows and rows and fields of it. Someday. Maybe not right now, but someday. Those are the old seeds. Those were from 2020, so I have no idea if those will grow, but I got a new packet. For the bells of Ireland and sweet peas, I'm going to do something totally different. I am going to take a paper towel. I'm going to moisten it. I'm going to put the seeds on the towel, and then I'm going to put them in these baggies and let them germinate that way. Bells of Ireland kind of has a reputation for being tricky to germinate. I have been pretty lucky with this method, just wet paper towel in a baggie, and it works. So we're going to keep doing it. I leave the edges of the paper towel a little bit dry, as you can see right here, because the water will continue to wick through the whole paper towel, and I don't want them to be super soaked and drenched, otherwise the seeds will just rot. Got my baggie labeled with my fancy garden marker. I just kind of fold them and put them in there. I will leave both of these open for a little bit of ventilation, and I will put them on the heat mat, and it won't take long before they start shooting out their cute little roots. The last seeds I'm starting today is onions. I have a red onion and a yellow onion. Elsa, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, from Johnny's, and then the red onion from My Gardener. I like to put them in these tubs, ice cream tubs. I just fill it up, excuse me. Ooh, that's not done. I have leaks too. Okay, that'll be it. Anyways, onions. I put them in here, I multi-sow them. I know some people sow them in individual soil blocks or cell trays. If that works for you, go for it. I don't have a lot of I don't have a lot of shelf space in my growing room. So I multi-sow my onions. Also this year, we're growing leeks, which is very similar to growing onions. So I'm just going to do the same multi-sown, only not as many. We'll see how these work out this year. Okay, the final thing I have left to do tonight before I can be done is the ranunculus and the anemones. They have been soaking for roughly three or 4 hours. I've changed the water 3 times. Let's see. Here is a ranunculus that has been soaking. See how it plumps up? They're so cute. So I have just a tray of regular potting soil, pre-moistened. And all I'm going to do is, first I'm going to label them, and then I'm going to just stick the ranunculus into the soil so that the little octopus legs come in contact with the soil, and then they will sit on top of my seed shelf. They don't need light yet. They want darkness. They need cool weather. They need cool temperatures. So if right now the temperature says it's 70 in here, which might be a little too warm. If I think it's too warm, I will move them to the garage where it's more like 55, 60, which is probably more ideal than 70. I'm not gonna put them under the light until they sprout. So let's do that so that I can be done and go sit down for a little bit. I apologize if my energy is a little off in this video. I am so tired. This is Sunday, and this previous week we had 2 games. My son plays, my daughter cheers. There was also a day when I worked 16 hours on one day. Then we had another game where my daughter was part of a winter sports queen court nomination thing, which was amazing. And then yesterday, we had an all-day gymnastics tournament for my daughter. It also happened to be my other daughter's birthday. Needless to say, this week has been a lot. But I needed desperately to get some of these seeds started and this ranunculus and anemones going. So anyways, I apologize if I'm a little but I had to get it done, and I wanted to bring you along so you could see the beginning of all these. So let's get these done so that I can be done. Where's my marker? There's my marker. All right, so I will have 2 trays of ranunculus split between 2 colors and 2 trays of anemones split between 2 colors. This one will be red and blue anemones. And then we have pink and white. And then ranunculus, we have orange and yellow, and then white and pink. Got the ranunculus trays over there. These will, the anemone trays over there. These will be the ranunculus. I'm sorry guys, I'm so tired. All right, what is this? Orange. So we're gonna start with orange on this side. There's 25 of each. I don't know if I already said that. Where are the orange ones? Right here. Okay, orange and yellow. So it's pretty easy. You just literally stick them in the soil. gently pushing them in the soil. I don't want to break off any of their little octopus arms. Okay, I'll just repeat that for all the other ones. Okay, we just started a whole bunch of stuff. Thanks for hanging out with me while I started a lot of my 2026 seeds, even if it was kind of rushed and low energy. Like I said, this was a long week. So I'm going to go upstairs and spend the rest of my Sunday evening with my family before I have to go to work and start another crazy week all over again. We'll keep an eye on these seeds together. I can't believe it's almost spring. This is crazy how fast this is going. I'll see you on the next one. Later. Okay, first thing I want to do is get, I have a cat hair in my mouth. Hang on. And it makes me feel like I'm a stud. Yeah. Isn't that like part of gardening, is just being excited about new gloves?